When I the jam the Samsung, I went tongue to the bay zig, we can no jung line if labong was nothing. Utwang the fella, in Genicom, Zidikino jung lana. Atina ifeli magante ndo bongo Professor Nchwo Nkwi. Gas ngembesa wokum te futu kom. If atina ifeli na gas ngembesa wokum nchizindo. Akada rinda nchindo koma. No ifeli nchizindo iga akoma. Match for na anawi wefen aswing galankum te Aleŋ itaina rain kum te futu kom. Fuge fangtong na kom traditional titles. Sekitna ari te futuka, fige te futuka, ta kom nankala, gazin sekita wokum, te futenta, Iwoŋinto, n-ghɨ kom, Mformi, na te funat in de zita kom tuga, no na rankel te funat in ta, ifele ngane ni rira, akoma, Professor Nchwo Nkwi, Iwoŋinto in rira.
The Iwoŋinto, I said it's the symbol of authority, the symbol of the fund.
Yeah.
When the invoice of the com fund that goes to a foreign chiefdom, the one person carries it. And they represent the fund.
Yeah.
For example, when the fund, when the consecration of Bishop Nchwo was taking place in Kumbu, fund called me and they gave me the one. With two Chizindo, go and announce the fund of Kumbu, the fund of Nchwo, that the fund of Com will be attending the
ceremony.
And we went, we saw, and we delivered the message. And I returned to Lycom with the Iwoŋi Kasigvi Iwoŋinto naje Kasigvi Tuntum naje saka foinso na baate igvi foinkom na Kasigvi lam ifuntum na fi Kasigvi. Masejun ring. Na, lean and na, lean color title na, Iwoŋinto. Masa. Lufuli, because lufuli, mankana lufuli change member man. One kana come and the palace. Na ntoke wonyo kom nta so ba le kom fighter jure for ŋena monti itinage a week.
Yeah.
One the for you for you, the second probably instituted some other title as a sources of revenue. When I studied in 1973, 74, I never knew about GERCOM. GERCOM, right?
Yeah.
They never Ntumfoy. But it doesn't mean that there was intent in Ntumfoy. That the Ntumfoy was linked with the spear. So that everybody that saw the spear will know that the fund was the Ntumfoy. But once the function had been done, there was no title. Like, for example, I said, when I went to Nchwo, Tumfoy, my Tumfoy, Niwoŋi, Nchwo, classic before. So they did not confirm me the title of Ntumfoy. Yes. But this Ntumfoy did not exist. Before the Association of the Northwest Fund, when the Northwest Funds gathered together and they selected Nchwo Hale, and they gave him the name Tumfoy as the spokesperson of the Association of the Northwest Fund. This is the first
Ntumfoy.
Probably for you was there. It's in the time of for you the second, and probably for you began to
so something
to something this Tumfoy all spread over. It is originally not common. But it is good. But I understand the system that the fund has to create a different sources of revenue. And therefore the Tumfoy, the GERCOM, the Iwoŋinto, which probably every fund can creatively revive social system. And probably
yeah, Montaigne viva. Tina wayen te funa tente taina senda ghesɨ taka ses nagbi la ekoma ma awi bombi fol zanga za fala bomtinda what.
No, tell me what tell me when they give those titles and they give them the terms of reference? No, because all of them go to the palace, pay their gifts, get the titles, and they flap it all over the place. Right?
Yeah. I was lively and I was lively una bangsa. So materially, I think they the matter about time Martin Bufnos Lina no if we and any mumfu langa leta matibe se kum GERCOM no vai fote no tibe no GERCOM ama kasibi.
at 2011. Aleŋ 9. FIFA in Nchwo. League in Gakom Anto for Nchwo. Adiona Buemana. Gakom is the money. Able to the tree in a Gakom. The different for the Matun Joy Yobi, Abunjong Abda. A Tunai. Gakom is the money. A Zuma Fongler. The Fanny Bello, Ufalmula Ebo. Mati Bonjong Samuel Sams. No Bonjong Samuel Manang. A Fongla we, if Fanny Bello, a Gakom Buzzetting, Nigana Ebo. A Vinzicom, a Zuma Fongler Kati. A Fongla Winzicom, a Gakom Buzzer, Adinter. No man take against Romo Zuma. Northern Dong, Folakati, a formula we finance come, a fine Vendong, Nanta, Agaco Buzzering, Scasima Moncuso, Scasa course in the call Tomabo, Jumamba, Casa Fossimilacom. 11 years of Carnifana Yini. I check a cigarette Johnson Fa as at 2013. Johnson Fa. Achinai. FIFA income, no for income. We in John Dinian was then you for move. You income to come fa. FIFA income at China now. A funa eleg is a gacom. A funa eleg is a Matthew Zayobi, a bonjon Abdatuna. FIFA income cabina. Tozum Fonglomacom, and Jim Calacom or Ento. Jim Calacom, you had to Casifa. He is a Zekana Janglu. A comna Janglu, John Comjana, in an Agracom. Aleŋ, John Combuter, a Tim Mosongo, a song to Odzin. Aleŋ in a Gracom. Ikegvi, Mufu Winjong. Macana no if we can force will winjong. And then if we don't jong, I fui jong. I will manage the time maybe now. On tongue the Gracom no more will come Vunka when a key injong. Bacana Jongote, Alla King bait in China commodity, Barton China commodity, and on Jong com, a Barton China. Besa okum chong, besa okum numera, besa okum yokom, besa okum numera ando jong. Tabili kia, ton in China, a comate, Gakom Cassidia.
Yeah, Prof. When you tabi, when you meet Babi Okum Gakom was my benai, like Cassi Kitty along like a mountain. I read Fuka cheater, been walking one time a candu, Diana Wolia cum denta tower betain for Nyaman Lumtum free one singing. Gakom free tawa vota ulvu tangifi ana gakom matu ndramati ulvu nkali ifuna yin sa si wasu tunkali ifuna yeni wanfa kum gakom na yin na.
No, listen, every culture is dynamic. And I said that Gakom, and he has confirmed that it is 2011.
Yes.
Under the fund of second. And I said that any fund, any cultures that is not dynamic, the culture will slowly die. Before the Gakom, there were Bone Johnson. If the terms of reference of Gakom, for you, the second, laid down that terms of reference, that the Gakom will attempt to revive Ben Johnson, what I'm actually congratulating Bobenjwa Matthew for doing that exercise. But let us be known, let us know that the com culture is changing and new things are coming. And we should always say that this new. For example, the Nchwo used to suit and many Nchwo lufuli mabele so man kerwin na suit dia.
Yeah.
Right.
What
I'm saying,
yeah.
what I'm saying is that the creative ingenuity of the fund led to probably instituting certain titles that permitted him to accumulate resources, because the resources of the palace were depleting. Therefore, it is not Gacom, probably Iwoŋinto, Mformi and whatnot. This is a series. All I'm saying is that there is a series of titles which don't date up to 25 years.
Yes.
Which with the new funds instituted them for a reason.
Yeah, to funa tawa be legitima to meti cause I wanna ke legitima lumsketin kala wanna tin nang sa wanna ke tin ya wanna kana meti ko gina se lintin tatu fu kama ifu litin da wa be a sanchwe so to it was our sama be me a sanchwe a yene a tonto na Mformi thing vuti keme wo bom tan Mformi go for keme se Nchwo kom vuti keme was a Gacom tibe kum Mformi so
no for me
Mana kasagiloi.
yeah no mun kana on tinsu bi me kana va vuti to go be si it was as no mun kana on tinsu bi one me for so fatibe kana na anga wakana iwote ninjobs na ga wota jo mambe kana iva base bomta la in se base wente be awul se eva se base wote ibon banya tu na lina ke woza ingu kumi nimta bo ma le jun ka wo kum te fu na tente bon jinge no mania ma bon jinge
Tamo
Atu kum de vani bufa. Kum Mformi. Na Mformi. Ngonoga. Ifele Mformi ngonoga. Means not to makana nda Mformi. Mazir ditay na ko yi na Mformi. Alu da kom ka chele buta. Na se kana le majanguli ya kom na Mformi. Mana tan jong se boli. Me ekonomia sa kom. Yini na Mformi na buvi. Mformi be Gacom les difa. Wo craping min kila kom ana Mformi line is jam. I was mo jute meni boy ni. Alag na Canada now. Kom link fa na Mformi symbol na kom. Selema na jong se boli. Ni wona na Mformi ibong boli. Nga kom ye lama ko linte. Angan volin kom Mformi do dia ka nkazegbe. Gacom difa. Mformi la kom Mformi line is jam. Mformi ga vandong. Mformi bon kini njong se fana ba sa kom. Mformi nzi kom. Mformi bon kini njong se nzi kom. No chama ngin kijam. Alang na kente. Gacom le manaka to se difa. Na fala no balawu wina ngana. Fali mani. Bom tay. Ulvo kana Mformi. Aya ila kom. Mformi bo ila kom. Bom dan Mformi da cho ko FIFA. Nchwo Gacom, Nchwo winter. Nchwo FIFA, Nchwo Mformi. cho Mformi ante nên chọn Mformi lại có mưa ở chỗ cưng mình ai lại có ai em lại có bữa thì mình liền Mformi là cái lúc mình nói Mformi cái lại có lúc cho Mformi lại có ai có ai lại có mình Mformi vẫn toàn vùng được phải ai có ai lại có Mformi xin sa mà chẳng có ra sựแต่Mformi chỉ có Mformi bello bữa thì Mformi vẫn đông Mformi xin sa ở nơi chỗ ante nên chọn năng anh cầm thì phở phúc phát sa ở chỗ này thì ý phải là gì này structure phải ra phải dụ trên là color thì phải có tao mà qua đây ta đi na Mformi ta gặp công trường nó cao bảo là cao nên trọng sở sự vui yam người ai là ni bang anh nói tao sự vui phi phải công cái bên nào itin lu in dương cái trọng lui ở lâm trọng cái trọng anh mà trọng cái này ở đâu Mformi thua đây gam tu gặp công khi nên trọng là sự ở trọng này mà thì zone phúc phát sự gặp công lần này cái lần Mformi và ủ tay chỉ công ủ tay bèo ở phân đông ở phục ở lâm mulu gin chỉ công lâm đi bèo lâm coi bà mình đã lâm thì vừa nói bà mình đã una follow cả tu mà chừng thì vậy đi gì khi nên trong giờ mình chịu được phải cả thân đủ ở đây vừa Mformi ở Douala Mformi ở Yaoundé Mformi ở Keke il faut les filles il faut les wo bon ta fi faut y tete ami wo tete jonko ami wo au kinin jon ga kom kinin jon fu fa sa fi faut sa fu sa faut alors na kana na dina Mformi wo kinin jon kom ở chuang ga kom vie mana kazi zigi zebe na Njong kom na sa sư ở đây cái lên dòng tôi na Mformi ở na buồn dòng là lúc mưa cái buồn dòng cái bé dòng cho là vì u là vô sợ nên dòng anh sợ nên Mformi lúc tan dòng đua tung thì vô ra nên trong Mformi na buồn đi vòng nó mà lui trong cái gì na buồn đi vòng buồn tan Mformi na dòng na sa atom Mformi na thu kia au cái jong ở trong đó mình buồn đi vòng nó buồn jong cái xe nó Mformi nó mình đã nó mình to nó mình chín nó mình đã cái xe nó Mformi bom tăng mình về au sợ mình jong sợ atom na kia anh đúng là sư jong sư bằng Mformi na tụi này trong đó là atua tam mình jong sư mình bon atom na sợ tam mình jong sư nên jong atua tam mình jong na kia Mformi Mformi ifele mi na usa na jong akfa na jong a tin dia la tin na jong su jong ta la tin bon jong su ma fu u le on sa jong kinin jong a Mformi a fu ni ma fu na fu jong ana ki ma tu su gota se bon su fu bon jong se fu ga ya fu Mformi e bon de wong rong sa na jong ke sen sa tum ke sen sa na mo akfa na jong Mformi u le au kinin jong kalen jong bon jong u le on doit tun jong a ben jong su de fu zu doit su tao chỉ là su bo tao doit su ana su do Mformi to de kinie bon jong do no fu na bon fu ko se mai bom ta an zu ga fondo akalen Mformi dia su gota su fa na fofi ati fa ke Mformi an kala bon jong tun jong an ma be a ben jong na yi makana gaba jwana bub na oku jugu dai kuma wona kana ga konguye
yeah Prof ma bina be wenda man kana na lansi we feel yatem na be kaze bukna gal yang na futa gi to kawiya wona ke angana ye to na base na so ayong na ka no jung wan vuma hello
Nambo. All with that bone jong. Mformi used to exist. The function of Bonjong was the function of defense of the combination in war. Because the significant reduction of conflict between the villages, between also the neighboring chiefdom, made the function of the Njong and the Mformi redundant. But the survival, the revival of Njong is as a social institution. It's very welcome. For my husband and color, and then I color for me, color Bonjong, the function of the Johnson was the defend the combination. And every village had a yisi, Mananka.
So my lama viva, Prof.
What?
Malama viva, Mabalansi,
a yisi, every village had a yisi. And normally there was 1 or 2 young people in that yisi, because the people flow, you do not know whether they are enemies or friends. Therefore, the redundancy of the function of Johnson as a defense force remain redundant, and probably the revival is welcome as a social institution.
Okay.
Right?
That
is absolutely nothing new. But like Gracom said, they had to revive this because they were slowly yes, but don't forget that it was a defense force, because Nkwi Nandua al Johnson was right. Not Johnson was because come. Because if the come, it means that we have capitulated.
Yeah.
So the function of Johnson, we should not overemphasize it, was a defense, because the territory that we have now was built on the forceful and vital vibrancy of the Johnson during you.
Was in the first.
Yes. Johnson, especially the time of you, expanded the kingdom. They drove out even the Babmen. They drove out the Babanti. They drove out even Bafut, and probably determined our boundaries. And probably the boundaries stayed until the Germans came. So, because the function of protection, the military function diminished because the British built, significantly reduced our fighting force. Therefore, the injunction became what Gracom said.
Yeah.
But why they are actually discovering reviving this as social institution. But also, let me note that the Catholics in Ginicom probably didn't like Johnson, but when they imposed Samba.
Okay.
Right? Samba now in Ginicom no one bombs.
I come away feet ma que me vinjons yeah see bon je sais vin samba ana man fa na samba ri bini jong ma sa ga bom tam na lama ko ne nang sa wo chosta lu corpus christi thing afun samba na
yes, exactly. The samba perform a very useful function during Corpus Christi, at least symbolizing the defense component. But the priests encouraged the samba in the Christian villages, and probably they encouraged the Christians to meet together on Sunday. So nobody had is talking about Samba. But I'm a warrior. Munkali and Samba Wombo.
Okay.
And Martin Dua and Samba Wombo. Okay. Tom Amasi. Therefore, am I probably a warrior.
Tina Justin's somebody sebong yung kwasi wotin abong na sebong ijiga wabena gik ati we in the com sambas lisin bong went as lisa com masingu masiyam ke bom we chosa.
No, tell me which village has samba?
Mama Busuva.
No. Actually, I'm only saying probably Samba in Wombong and Ginicom, and probably the extension in Moloi.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that the Catholic transformed the Njong to Samba, and put on some kind of a Christian connotation to regroup the Christians on Sunday. So Njong's were later on, probably the Johnson disappeared in Ginicom and Wombong and probably Malay.
One number of Prof. One fact na one ta away fin this beer say in Jong nothing I one fan Christians because I'm going to follow that funa angalek funa wabenati galan samba because kind of regroup the Christians our bay. But then Jong City must have I leak when that's Tony and Jong, Nina Bomati, Kong Jong Tega, now looking Tony Samba.
No, the problem is that as Christianity was moving and they were baptizing Christians, probably the Christian missionaries had to find an institution, a social institution that brought the Christians together.
Mm-hmm.
And probably because also the Christianity first came in so and so hard and samba. Probably they brought the concept here, but then imposed it to include only Christians.
I see. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ayong na kano junga Prof. Mkana is timing kono sandi was timi mga watimi v lina taino wakana linsa ka be na mabne kana ba lala sandi mkana anagu kaza waka keli kumul va chele kazi gwe va besa wo bu te va chon kum te funa tente bomta evan ka gos goni tayateni ibe fam ko te makon ne va shing kuze na wani boins va het va bekele tu ma was big no kum no Mformi na want to okya wani big bom tam ke yi be jukatante natin no tu wona ki bon be forms of makana kin form ti bom te yi nganta tin wa fusmi ko kuma ni we lu kum we in samba be form ko den sama tam kum ma bana kan kon se job si tan yim de kon na livleva be fas ke fulang na fe wona fenting kana ara cheleva kazi vp gala kamo tu awo kum te funa tintelite ta want ta wani timlebe be sa tu atinsele ina aye kaz na ka bon fsanta tana a chele mukazili alang loken so foyong so va no sangang tawa ni ziganti ndo ande ndo bon eva base wankali weli taka be se from di tan eva tan lana ina ga tan bi se ali yang haifutun ndo bon li fani nyeni una ngana fo man kana be ma wo no si dru que forme que tem meti makona bi kwenzi we mo jataka gazba gosu sante ndo bon line slefs ko ni kama chele alo ke tfuna ndo bon
no mana kwa kana the awo ndo ko tem mati ma asna ka and this another session because lawfully there have been controversy about the matrilineal succession, where the came, why is it that the people only is the only tribe that practice the consanguineous system? But probably it is very, very important because it impacts on the rights and obligations of anybody that calls himself come. And if people do not understand, and we also have to just to discuss in this modern era, how can our matrilineal succession take a modern tone?
Wana gam ayong na keno jung tay ni zigante ndo bon lies na besa wo awot na be tu ko tenteres na ka besa fight tise zivumenta bondo ma ligana ndenzi ana Professor Nchwo Nkwi to zigi snga besa wo wa vimi as na vimi ta wo ke kse base kin tu ke ten kum te fu gas ngin ke ne kapte tu wona kana ke bujva risa besa ta zinka no jimna arando bon gas na besa wo ten fasawi mbu se te titlite be te titlite matimati masi reko a ke tsaka wo ka oye ni to nothing wana kali we kuma tu wona ke na kin se buf wa buf se sema toinante ndo fen bufse professor Nkwi awul ta was yen usala no law konse bense tinkita wona tenten u tuna mai now na fa zigente ndo bon as no main chona wona kana base ko wana kali buf kali wotin fum sefa atwa wo fie awa jutu be ko vina wo ke so nka na besa wanya aten buf se professor Nkwi ataka rupse besi wotini aba bongiwo ama mabongiwo anchinekom yam bomtaris natin to anchineresna aga dangaresna malo kesa kawinchineja wakabana lainse kanum na wantia laka aw na timala wo setinu na bena iwente wani wozini wezimbulu ni wente tu ne besancho iwe kumala zini wente yikwat no na ga iwe na iwe ne wongo lifse bia wa bombo bindo kene wongo bomta wan kawi ye inchineja na ka ngalankana takama bena resna lefi ne kama line antene ndobo afin etwang na fala Ingenikom, nema wine up, Hunda tabo, bo, us na fee, ne, come on line.
For don't forget it, mana, wana, be, mena, wana, sama, wana, wana, gobondonga, wale, wana, be, for don't forget it, my wana, be, wana, sama, wana. Phone don't have,